Hey guys, it's MrDanish, and today we're going to take a look at a 1 vs 1 I had on Green Arabia. I'm obviously the red player, and my opponent is the blue player. His name is Quwera, and he is from Spain. It was random civilization, so I got the Goths,
Ja.
and my opponent got the
Hey, ja.
Turks. So I probably had the civilization advantage, but again, it's a matter of
Beter.
skills that determines who win. But having the right civilization, of course, helps a lot. Um, Here you can see I'm just doing my thing, getting some food and scouting my area. I use sheep to scout, not something I normally do, but I was feeling confident. And
Bereite.
yeah, let's take a look at Quwera's location. Um, as you can see, it's Green Arabia. That means it's very flat. There's not as many hills as in the normal Arabia, and of course it's all green. Hence the green in Green Arabia. Um, so that means a lot of oak and pine forest and grass terrain. So it's really nice to look at, and yeah, no disturbing hills that make you uh, get confused. When you build buildings on it. So that's very nice. And yeah. Anyway, nothing special happening at the moment at Quwera nor at my camp. So therefore, I will just skip ahead a little. Now here I am doing something very stupid. I make my scout run down this side of the map, but I don't pay attention to him, and he gets into range of Quwera's town center, and he gets killed. As you can see, it's not very good because I didn't really get to scout his camp, and also when you're going to fuel age, it's a big
Ja.
advantage to be able to scout your opponent's camp, because then you can sort of predict what he's going to do. If he's mining gold, then he's probably going to make archers and militia, or he is going for a fast castle. So I was kind of in the dark here, now that I couldn't scout him. So I was assuming that he was going for a fast castle strategy, because that's very common with the Turks, because they are not as powerful in feudal age as many other civilizations. Um, well, yeah, well, they are good in feudal age. It's not that, but compared to Goths
Ja.
in feudal age, they are
Heise.
not as good. So yeah, but here you can see I take some
Ja.
of my guys down south, and that's because I'm going to get some deer. And
Ja.
the reason
Heise.
why is my civilization, the Goths, have this advantage,
Heise.
or this bonus, that I can carry. I think it's plus
Heise.
5, not plus 15 food,
Bereite.
compared to the average villagers. So I was going
Heise.
to take advantage of that, and yeah, it was actually a huge food bonus. I ended up having a lot of food,
Heise.
so I can only recommend using deer, and in general you actually should, but it's not always that easy because they're far
Ja.
away. And here, as you can see, I was kind of closing this area. I was going to make a wall of buildings because I can't build stone walls or anything before feudal, and since I'm the Goths, I can't even build stone walls. So I was going to make a wall of buildings here, but then I realized this was the only stone patch I had discovered, so I couldn't really let that be out. So I had to change my building style here, um, and yeah, I'll just skip ahead a little. So we are both in feudal now. As you can see, I've built my barrack here as a part of my wall, but I'm building a house and some walls here, and using this stone mines as a part of my wall, and then I'm trying to close this way. And here I built 2 archery ranges, and you're probably wondering why. Because, you know, Goths don't have very good archers, but the reason why was because if he was going to do anything in feudal age, I would at least be able to counter it with some kind of unit. And also later on in the game, if you decide to go for gunpowder units, which Turks are really good at, then skirmishes can be really useful. So I could use these buildings later on, so that's why I use those. And here I start to mine gold as well. Almost done with my berries. Got some wood, and there's a little confusion because I set the gathering point to be somewhere in the middle of this forest, and it just messed up. And here you can see he bring two spearmen up to harass me, and I don't really see the point of it because two spearmen are not that powerful again. But I don't really pay attention to it. I managed to miss it. But here I see it, and I place some palisades really quickly, but I don't really make my villager build it properly, you know, just by building half of it on each little piece. That still counts as a wall, if that makes sense. It's kind of hard to explain, but you know, just if you build a little on it, it still stops the unit. And here I try to fight them with my villagers, but they don't do a lot of damage to them, so I bring my skirmishers and retreat with my villagers, and my skirmishers do a lot of damage to them. If I recall correctly, they actually have a little bonus in the beginning, and I get my villagers inside of the town center as well to help them. So yeah, that was the action for feudal age, I guess, from his side. So here I take my skirmishers down to harass him, and I accidentally kill a deer, but that's alright. Here I get his villager, and up here in the meanwhile you can see I'm gathering a lot of gold, and I've built some farms as well. Yeah, nothing special going on at the moment. I'm just trying to prepare for his castle attack, because he just went castle. So yeah, and here I built another barracks, because yeah, as mentioned, he just went to castle age, and an easy way to protect yourself from getting castled, you know, if you're behind and you're still in feudal age, it's simply by making spears. It's actually quite easy to defend yourself from an opponent that's castling before you. Simply just make a lot of spears. That will do it for many. So that's what I did. I started to produce spearmen, as you can see, because I was expecting knights, and in the meanwhile I moved my skirmishers the other way around to see if there was any gold mines or anything I could harass, because Turks are really relying on gold in general, because all their units are really gold expensive. So that was what I was looking for, and here I make some towers also up here, and I get attacked by a scout. There's not really any point of his attack there, but he retreats because I see he lose. And I think I put my villagers inside of the town center. Not this time. But my tower that's just got built got them. And here my skirmishers just attack his town center. I don't know why really. I wasn't paying attention to them, I guess. And I get attacked by knights up here, but I got spears in the area, so that's no problem. And I built another tower just in case, so I get better coverage on my gold mine and my farmers. And yeah, he managed to escape, and I decide to harass him for real now, just instead of attacking his stupid little town center. And I see his stone mine, but he moved his guys away, which was a good move, otherwise they would have been killed. So yes. Now I can't really find any gold that belongs to him, so I decided to go for his wood, which is actually the only thing I really find, so that's why I go for it. And as you can see, I get some villagers. Nothing big though. He then retreats half of his villagers and put them in a town center over here. So oh whoops, in the town center somewhere over here, there. And then you bring in his knights, and I decide to sacrifice my skirmishers. So oh well, I actually retreat them, but I think it's only one of them that survives. And here you can see I got a lot of spearmen now, so I'm prepared if he decides to attack. And you can see my economy is getting better. I got a lot of gold and not so much food and wood, which was a little annoying because yeah, all throughout the game I was low on those two resources. So yeah, that was really annoying. And that was the guy I mentioned that survived. And sadly, he ends his days in a very unpleasant way. He gets killed by a wolf, but he will get the Medal of Honor for great serving my country. Anyway, um, I'll just skip ahead a little. Yeah, I tried to build a wall with buildings, but I don't really manage to build a little on each building so they work as a wall. But I trap them between the gold mine and my spearmen, so I get them really easy, and that's great for me because those knights are quite expensive. I think it's 60 food and 75 gold for each, and as you can see there was around 6 of them, so that's a lot, and I only lost a few villages or something, so that's nothing compared to him. And that means I'm ahead with when it comes to resources from that battle. It was really good that I got those. And yeah, I'll just skip ahead. And now I got a castle, and he decided to build a castle close to my area here, but I get them with my spearmen, so that wasn't a problem really. And I decided to build a siege workshop really quick, just in case he gets this up and going. So that's why. And as you can hear, my farms keep drying out, and I can't really afford reseeding them because I'm low on wood. But now that I'm in castle, I'm going to be able to build more town centers, and that means I can produce more villages and thereby getting a better economy. And I see he sent some villagers up here. They were in the line of sight of my tower, and I decided to make some pikemen follow them. So, but I have some in this area, and I just sent them after them instead. And only one of them managed to get away, so that was alright. And yeah, I'm still producing a lot of spearmen and just getting my economy up and going. So yeah, I was as mentioned, I'm preparing for war now, so I need a strong economy, and as you can see I'm almost there. I just need some more wood. That's rather important if you ask me when you're going to war. And I also need some housing. That was something I was really terrible at in this game, you know, remembering to build houses. And yeah, then he decides to build a castle over here with that one villager that made it. And my advice to you guys, don't try and build a so expensive building with one villager, because if it gets killed, the chances of you getting it built, you know, will be really small, and then you will have to delete it, and that means you will lose resources, and that's just plain stupid. So yeah, I delete this wall and I go for his villager. So this is the second time I get some of his villagers and also his castle, so that's very bad for him. And I decided to build an outpost so it doesn't happen again. And as mentioned, my wood economy is still kinda low, but I'm working on it. And yeah. In the meanwhile, Quwera decides to build a town center in this region, which I don't really notice because I don't have any scouts. My original scout was killed, as mentioned, and well, yeah, I don't really see it. And he built some on this area as well to get that relic. And let's just have a look at his city. He builds a castle here, which is a good placement, and he has this wall of buildings as well, mainly dominated by stables. And as you can see, he has a decent economy, lots of gold, and yeah. As you can see, I've started to build archers, and that's because I saw an archer range or something, or well, I'm going to.